Не было. Блин.
Some places feel wrong before anything even happens. From a car still running deep inside Aokigahara to strange lights near Area 51 that stopped, turned, and vanished into the night, these encounters all leave one terrifying question. Were they ever truly alone? On October 11th, 2025, YouTuber Delaine Salvage, known for entering some of the harshest natural places, went into Aokigahara Forest below Mount Fuji in Japan. He was not there to chase spirits or old legends, but to look for the giant Japanese salamander. Yet deep inside that silent woodland, he would find something much more unsettling, not created by nature, but by people. As darkness settled over Aokigahara, Delaine and the others moved away from the road and stepped between the trees. Their flashlights threw thin, weak beams across trunks that appeared to continue forever in every direction. Under their feet, the terrain was cold and rough, a firm bed of volcanic stone that absorbed sound and made distance feel unreliable. Without GPS or phone service, the forest seemed to shift around them each time they advanced. Their plan was straightforward record wildlife.
Hay un montón de venados. Estoy corriendo, mira, mira. Suaca, mira, mira. Venados. Hay un montón. Qué buena, acá en directo desde el bosque hay venados por el fondo corriendo. Y acá está súper frío, o sea, todo Japón acá ahorita está caliente, es verano, pero en el bosque acá está heladísimo. En el momento sentí escalofríos por la temperatura, los sonidos raros de sibilíos y un ambiente místico con una bruma. Aún más cuando llegamos a un parking con las luces azules. Pero igualmente ese bosque estaba cubierto de vida. Todo estaba muy tranquilo hasta que vino la policía. Konnichiwa, Insect filming. El policía nos preguntó lo que estábamos haciendo, así que le mostré mi canal de YouTube y algunos videos. Nos pidió nuestros datos personales. Después de una larga conversación entre Colo, mi filmmaker, y el policía, recién me enteré de la verdad. Estábamos actualmente en el famoso bosque de los suicidios. Me sorprendió bastante, la verdad.
Él me dijo, este lugar es un lugar de suicidio en Japón.
Así que lo llamé.
Es posible que te pierdas. Si es posible, escucha lo que dice la policía y regresa a casa.
¿Qué opinas? Men, la policía es tan cortesa que nos pide permiso si podemos irnos, por favor, si quieren. Y nada, o sea, increíble. Entonces ahorita lo que vamos a hacer, vamos a irnos.
A deer crossed briefly through the camera light before slipping back into the trees. For a short while, the place seemed calm again. But the quiet did not hold. Two police officers emerged from the darkness and warned the group that they were inside Aokigahara, the forest associated with suicide. They instructed them to return, not with hostility, but with tired concern.
En ese momento tomé la decisión de revisar al borde de la pista para encontrar animales, ya que no me lo creía mucho y pensaba que todo era una leyenda urbana. Y es así como a 15 minutos de la entrada encontramos un camino abierto donde nos paramos a explorar un poco. Hay un auto, mira. Es que debe haber otra entrada, supongo. En el momento solo me pareció súper confuso cómo el auto había llegado hasta ahí, pero estaba tan enfocado en mi objetivo que lo ignoré en los primeros minutos para seguir buscando animales. Después de un momento, recién se me hizo todo raro y más me acercaba, menos sentido tenía todo. Así que decidí acercarme a ver y me di cuenta que el carro estaba prendido. Algo estaba pasando. En el momento, es como si me olvidé la circunstancia donde estaba y solo decidí acercarme pensando que iba a ver a alguien en el asiento del frente, pero no veía nada hasta que... No.
After moving away from the main trail, the group stayed near the forest's outer edge. Then Delaine picked up on something strange, a low engine sound. He traced the noise until a car appeared nearly hidden by thick branches. It looked out of place. Rocks and roots blocked the road, but the vehicle was still running its headlights blinking dimly through the leaves. Delaine moved closer, his camera shaking as he approached. He checked the driver's seat and found it empty. A silence heavier than the night surrounded him. Moments later, he told the others that there was a body inside the vehicle.
Chicos, ¿qué? Hay un cadáver, lo juro. Ey, se mató a alguien.
Mentira.
Hay un cadáver, te lo juro. Mira. Te lo juro que hay un cadáver. Estaba en choque, pero igual decidí revisar. Podría seguir vivo.
Sí, boludo, hay un cadáver.
Está durmiendo.
No había duda, estaba muerto. Además, no podía tocar nada para no ser incriminado. Y nos dimos cuenta que los hechos fueron recientes, hace un par de horas. No, pero recién ahora. No, estamos buscando al policía que estaba acá antes para avisar que hay un cuerpo, pero estamos buscando bichos. Yo estaba buscando bichos para ver los bichos que había en esa zona. No, men.
I think it's a man. We barely saw him, but a car, and inside the car, we saw a body inside the car. Tiene moneda, no puede llamar a la policía.
Sí, felizmente siempre tengo monedas, muchachos. Quiero dejar un mensaje, chicos, si ven esas cosas, intento llamar a la policía. Bueno, yo pensaba abrir la puerta, por si acaso, porque creo que es por gas, para que si de alguna manera seguía vivo, sabe, podía recuperarse. Pero el problema es que si tocas algo de la cena, creo que puedes tener muchos problemas. Sí. Y acá no estamos en Argentina, en Perú, yo qué sé, acá estamos en Japón.
Va a venir la policía.
Bueno, vamos a ver.
Y vamos a tener que escoltar porque ellos no saben, porque acá creen que acá
sí.
dije que no.
No, vamos a tener que llevarlos ahí. A ver, le voy a hacer señal de luces. Luego de esperar 15 minutos, llegó la ambulancia, pero todavía teníamos que llevarlos al lugar. Parecía surrealista, digno de cualquier película. Hace una hora ni sabía exactamente en dónde estaba. Todo fue muy rápido, demasiado para mí.
Okay, llegamos.
Fue impresionante la cantidad de gente movilizada.
Inside.
Por protocolos, primero los policías que tenían que intervenir y llamar a los médicos. Los médicos verifican si está con vida. Están arreglando si está vivo, ¿no? Today?
Looks like.
Now? Okay. Is it common that it happened here?
Dijo, sucede muy a menudo esto de
O sea, que pasa muchas veces.
En sus protocolos tiene la obligación de intentar reanimar a la persona por lo menos 5 minutos.
Ya están viendo las pruebas que hay en el piso, muchachos.
Viendo la escena con más claridad, entendí que la persona usó el monóxido del carbono inhalando el gas. Para eso tapó las puertas y el tapo de escape con el carro prendido. En ese momento pensé que si solamente hubiera llegado un poco antes, podría haber sido difícil. Llegó la policía, nos preguntó cómo lo encontramos, la hora, qué hacíamos, datos personales y pasaportes.
Nos agradecieron de avisar que había un cuerpo. No logro entender cómo el carro del fondo pasó acá. O sea, acá el carro no puede pasar, muchachos. Esa piedra está enorme. Acá hay piedra enorme. Acá otras piedras, troncos. Pude hablar un poco con los policías. Me dejaron hablar con ellos un poco. Y les pregunté cuál era la frecuencia que la gente terminaba con su vida acá. Una llamada al mes, más o menos, para que encontraran un cuerpo. La probabilidad que justo el día que venimos acá, el carro prendido, con el cuerpo adentro, estamos en el lugar cierto, metió ahí en el medio del bosque. Una locura. Tremendo.
Inside the car, beneath the pale light coming from the dashboard, they witnessed something no person should ever face. The truth landed immediately. This was not a legend, and not a story shaped for fear. It was the quiet human tragedy behind Aokigahara's reputation. The following day, in gentle daylight, Delane described the place with calm. He explained that Aokigahara was not cursed, only misunderstood. Its silence was not supernatural. It was human, carrying the weight of stories that never reached an ending. By the end, his message was that Aokigahara is still not cursed, but a reflection of unseen pain, and that choosing to keep living is the bravest act. So when the forest goes silent, it is not pulling you deeper. It is asking whether you still have the strength to leave. On July 26, 2025, deep in Texas along the Trinity River, YouTuber Fanatic returned for another outdoor challenge. Known for bold fishing trips, he set out for an overnight idea that seemed fun at first, but could turn bad fast. He was joined by his girlfriend Christina. Their plan was to sleep on an inflatable life raft purchased from Amazon. There was no spare boat and no backup option. It was only the two of them, the dark water and insects, fading as evening arrived. At first, it looked like another relaxed Fanatic adventure until the river began testing them.
How good this scenery looks. That looks sexy, first off. That looks, I don't know how we still have that. By the way, we left it tied to the tree through the flooding over the last month, and it stayed. I don't know how it stayed. And not only that, honey, your artwork still all over it. I don't know how it's even possible. Both rods are out. This spot, this is the spot. I feel good, I don't know. We're filming on the inflatable tent. Catch a fish in the inflatable tent. But something feels good about catching a fish over 8 feet. And that's one of the, there's very few ever in history that have been caught that are over 8 feet. That's a wild statement, but I feel good. That right there, that is what we need to catch a breaker world record. I don't know, do these fish, I've realized they can feel when you pick up the rod. Oh yeah, he's still on there. What? Yep. All right, there you go.
Like that. There you go.
There you go. All right, you know,
Just hold it.
nothing huge. I don't know what it is though. Oh no, it's a gar. It's a gar. It's a gar. It's a gar.
So I just do it like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, it's a baby gar.
Okay, it's just like...
It's just, yes, it's just like you, honey. It's a baby. You've caught a tiny little mama.
Oh my goodness! Holy smokes!
Oh, it's in my eye.
It's in your eye.
I know, it's in my eye. It's
Use the sleeve.
it's from your fish.
Hey, I caught a fish!
You did it. It's your first one ever. It is literally, it's a little mama. Okay. Good God, it's literally in my eyeballs. Look at this baby mama.
The name is Nostril.
That's the best name I've ever heard.
Do you like it?
That was amazing.
Perfect.
Good boy, Nostril.
Look! Isn't he so
You
cute?
caught it while you were wearing one of your teeth necklaces too.
Yeah.
Great job. All right, we're gonna let him go now.
All right,
We're gonna
let him
walk
go.
in the water.
Okay. Bye.
Go, Nostril, go. You've done it. You've done it. I'm not gonna lie. If there's any rod we want to run, it's this one. This one has the headpiece on it. I don't know, bro. I want to walk with it. I really do. That could be a big fish. Yep. That's a big fish. That's a bigger fish for sure. Okay, that's a big fish. That's a big fish.
And we got our headpiece back. Get that.
Here we go. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. Come to daddy. Oh my gosh. That is a mama. Oh my gosh. Yep. I'm going in. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's a big fish. That is a big fat mama fish. Like I said, it wasn't 8, but it's huge. Oh my. Hey, big mama. Welcome to land. Time to go in the water, Elizabeth. Let's go swimming.
They started early hauling heavy supplies down a steep, muddy bank toward the water. At the shoreline, the large orange raft filled with air, its bright surface standing out against the quiet river. That raft was meant to be their home. With coolers, fishing rods, and cameras on board, they pushed away from land. Texas heat was intense, but the excitement kept them going. After several tries, Christina caught her first alligator gar, small but aggressive. They named it and laughed, not knowing what the night still had waiting.
Dude, flying. Absolutely flying. Gosh, bro. Oh, I feel something. Holy shark. I'm on a fish. Line's going that way. I don't even know where this fish could be. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's pulling us. Oh, yeah, it's pulling us. Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm floating far from camp. I'm in the tent. We're in the middle of the river, hooked onto a fish.
Looking good.
Wait, what do we do about him?
You know, we don't worry about him.
I am hooked on. It's gotta be a big fish. The only thing is, it's not pulling drag anymore. It's just pulling me. The entire tent is moving. Oh, dude, I'm so far. That's the camp. I'm so far. I already floated.
Dude, these kind of smell weird.
You smell good.
Ooh. My feet can't touch the bottom yet, but I know we're close because he just kicked up all that mud. Fish is bigger than me. I don't know what to do because one big thrash and it's taking my leg and it's taking the tent. Okay. Oh, yep. Oh, come on, baby mama. Daddy's here. Do not jump. Oh.
That would be the worst time to fall.
Hey guys.
You did it, V.
GoPro just died. I went a ways. I started kicking myself back upriver because I was going too far. Oh!
That scared me.
Well, if you take a look at her teeth, she does have teeth, as a matter of fact. Okay, honey. We've got about 50 feet of rope that's gonna come out of that boat, and this tent is gonna hang on, so we can't drift fully away. Hopefully, we are floating.
Well, no, guys, stop.
Oh, she must not know what has happened in this tent.
Honey, this is the tent with the teapot. What is that noise? I don't know if you guys didn't hear that noise, but you guys didn't hear that at all?
It's still going. Like
Bubbling
Yes.
in the water.
Pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Solid though.
The tubes are still very inflated. Why does it sound like there's air coming out? No, there wasn't a hole last time.
I didn't hear this before. You didn't hear that before.
You think the guard did it?
It sounds loud. That sounds like our tubes are leaking air. The only thing is, we're not deflating.
As the sky turned dark, Finn climbed back onto the raft, focused on catching something huge. The camera recorded the instant his rod bent, the line tightened, and the raft began drifting. The current carried him hundreds of feet from shore, disappearing into darkness. For a while, it was only Finn the raft and whatever moved below. When he made it back tired and shaken, the mood changed. Later, as they prepared to sleep, a soft hissing sound cut through the quiet. Air was slipping out from somewhere below them. The raft was leaking. Its sides began to droop, and the floor grew soft under their feet. They suspected the big fish from earlier may have caused the puncture. There was no panic, only the slow understanding that the night was no longer going as planned.
Just collapsed. The tent did collapse. Okay, looks really pretty outside. That needs to be inflated, like ASAP.
Yeah. Oh, if I fall, like I'm going straight.
That is it.
No, please.
Motor's out. Motor is out of juice.
Oh my goodness.
And I thought.
By morning, the river looked peaceful again, hiding what had happened hours before. When they tried to leave, the motor would not start. The battery had died. Stuck again, Finn got into the water and pulled the boat by hand until they reached the bank. After the upload, viewers reacted with amusement and worry. Some compared the raft to a yellow submarine, while others questioned whether Finn and Christina had pushed the challenge too far. The raft went under the motor failed, and somehow they still laughed through it. But as the Trinity River disappeared behind them, one question stayed behind. If they try again, will it end as safely? On August 1st, 2025, the Nevada desert became the backdrop for a trip Tyler from Independence Overland had imagined for years. His channel's known for overland routes and camps across the American West. This time, he and a friend headed toward the edge of Area 51, chasing old stories, rumors, and a childhood fascination that never went away. Under those empty skies, they would learn the desert does not let travelers feel alone.
With at least some of our tourist duties out of the way, we've made it onto the dirt that surrounds the mysterious Area 51.
Did you guys hear that? That was a sonic boom from them testing aircraft. Like, I felt it in my chest. Like someone kicked me. You see the truck?
Yeah, that's one of the camo dudes.
That are watching, and we can't go past this sign.
Yeah, this isn't the gate I thought it was.
We have made it to the perimeter of Area 51, and this is Groom Lake Road. And if you look behind me, there's an F-150 sitting up on the hillside. And basically they just have people that wait to make sure nobody's crossing lines and stuff, because it does happen quite often. We're not looking to do anything like that. We're gonna respect all the boundaries. I'm not trying to do anything stupid here. We did hear a sonic boom. I'm hoping we don't hear any of those in the middle of the night. They're doing all sorts of testing out here, so who knows what we're gonna see or hear. I think now we're gonna get out here and try to find us a campsite.
As expected, the security that protects the perimeter of the base hasn't lost track of us. We're positioned where they can't see us from their perch, but they're making sure to let us know that we haven't gone unnoticed.
It is funny how they just like nose in and just sit there and stare at you. It's like a weird intimidation thing.
As they neared Groom Lake Road, the scenery changed from wide desert into a zone defined by warning signs and silence. Then, on a distant ridge, they saw the white trucks the security crew called the Camo Dudes sitting still and watching. Their presence was clear. Tyler and the others remained on public ground, but the stare from the ridge never seemed to break. And after dark, the desert showed them something even stranger.
Intensely bright blue and red stationary lights were shining above these clouds right until I grabbed my camera. We could tell by the intensity of these lights that whatever it was relatively close, but none of us can see it with the naked eye. Zooming in on the footage, however, exposes two what looked to be triangular-shaped craft, and these were making no noise, and they were not moving.
The whole thing with this story is that it is obviously not created by us, but it doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't created here. I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody who's watching this video actually knows what it is.
As exciting as this spot has been, we want to see the main gate So into the climate control of the trucks and on to our next destination, a place that we will absolutely, positively see an alien.
So yeah, we stopped at the Little Alien to eat, and they were not allowing filming inside. There's a bunch of signs everywhere. We're gonna make our way to the other gate.
Perhaps my mind was a little too adventurous when determining where the main gate might be. Because our last option is straight down the widest and most maintained dirt road that we've come across. Seeing the main gate of one of the most secretive places in the United States, if not the entire world, was incredible to see. But with how locked off this place is, our time is better spent heading into the trails to see if we can set up for the night to observe the sky.
When night covered Delamar, their cameras recorded what their eyes could barely process, 2 colored lights hanging near the cloud line. They did not drift or pulse, appearing fixed to a point somewhere past the ridges. With the camera zoomed in, the form seemed triangular, softened by distance and completely still. Even the skeptic had no easy answer. But the most disturbing moment happened during their last night in the open desert.
Which direction was the base?
It's that way.
Tonight we are far enough off the beaten path and far enough away from any gates that we don't have to worry about any unexpected visitors. But we're still close enough to the base that we can look up and wonder what kind of technology could be flying around up there.
It started way over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like here, and it went like up, and then it stopped, and then it started moving this way.
Yeah, 90 degrees.
You light it up again with that laser?
We all saw glimpses of unconventional lights in the sky on this trip. And whether they're man-made or not, it's exactly what we wanted to see while visiting Area 51.
Camped far from any town, they watched a single light shoot upward from the horizon, stop and then change direction in a perfect right angle, too sudden for an airplane and too deliberate for debris. It moved, paused, and shifted again before vanishing into the stars. Once the desert grew quiet again, Caleb admitted the experience had changed how he saw things, leaving the group with more questions than certainty. Some viewers thought the team had been watched throughout the trip, pointing to the camo dudes and the strange movement overhead. Others believed the lights may have been classified tests, visible only to people camping close enough to notice. If the lights appeared while they were looking, how many crossed the sky when they were not? And past those ridges, who was watching back through the desert dark? On November 9th, 2025, the creator of Dead Appalachia went to an off-grid cabin in eastern Ohio. His purpose was simple but disturbing: violate every rule of Appalachia and see whether anything responded. What started as a folklore test became something primal, with darkness, silence, and mountain stories shaping the atmosphere.
Bench. Oh man, this is looking cool. All right, here's the cave. Huh. Ah! Oh, thorns, just thorns. I'm jumpy right now, man. Okay. Huh, interesting. Not much of a cave as much as it is an overhang, huh? Let's see down here, maybe there's a bigger opening. I'm honestly kind of worried I'm gonna come across a bear who's just trying to chill. That'd be my luck. Kind of just an overhang, not much of a cave. I was expecting something like Minecraft, I guess, but this is still pretty cool. Maybe I'll come back out here once the nighttime comes and see if anything gets me for breaking the rules. What the? I think I accidentally turned on my spirit box when I was trying to open up my gear pouch. That scared the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of jarring. There's a lot of weird sounds happening out here. Did you know that Ohio is considered the most haunted state in the entire US? Before I was, really getting into this stuff, I didn't think much of Ohio, because only a tiny sliver of Ohio is actually Appalachia. But as I do more research,
It really is an interesting state. There's a lot of like natural history. There's a lot of ghost towns here, and there's a crap ton of haunted locations here in Ohio, more so than pretty much anywhere else in the country. So I'm actually kind of excited to be here. I've never been to Ohio before. That's what I like about this YouTube channel. It lets me travel to these different states in the Appalachian region that I never would have gone to on my own. I'm gonna go check out this pond that the signs are talking about. Then I'm gonna head back, wait for the sun to go down, and then start my investigations and doing a couple of experiments. Those experiments being breaking every rule of Appalachia that I can. I keep hearing things rustling along this tree line. I think it's just squirrels, but like that's gonna do a whole lot. I mean, it's something. Huh. Well, I found a pond. Good looking pond. Very scudsy. Some type of A-frame with chicken wire on it. I think that may be a duck house. I bet there's chock full of fish in here. Then again, I don't have an Ohio fishing license, and I really don't want to spend the money just to fish for one day. Again, I keep hearing rustling. There's a lot of squirrels around here. All right, let's head back. I'm gonna take a nap with my wife, and we will wake back up when it's dark, and I'll see if I can entice anything to come and eat us. All right, I guess I'll see you in the nighttime.
He arrived at the cabin and checked the area: a narrow bridge, an abandoned shed, a low rock overhang, and a cloudy pond tucked behind the trees. Even the spirit box turning itself on made the property feel unusually heavy. But the real challenge would not begin until night.
She is awake. Hi, baby. All right, since you're here, I don't have to look up sounds. All right, just whistle a couple times for me. Thank you.
That's probably the best whistle I've ever done in my life, that last one.
I know, I'm quite impressed. All right, well, I'm out here. If you hear any type of weird sounds,
I'm just gonna go back and tuck myself under the blanket if I do.
No, take a video and try to catch something. Maybe something will look at you through these windows.
If someone looks at me through these windows and it's not a possum, we're gonna have a problem.
God. Oh, my freaking phone. Hopefully you can hear that with the audio turned up. Did y'all hear that rustling? Hello? Any wendigos out here? Any skinwalkers? I ain't afraid of you. I'm a little afraid.
At dusk, he broke the first rule by whistling toward the woods. The sound barely disappeared before something big stirred in response, close enough to feel nearby but hidden from view. The reaction came quickly and left him uneasy. Even so, he kept testing the line.
Okay. The little lanterns here are a nice touch. These ones right here, very much so dead though. I'm worried about going out here without a weapon or something, but I doubt that axe would do me much good anyways. It looks super dull. We'll head this way. I saw a trail that heads up the mountainside. I'm gonna follow that. And once we get up top of the mountain, sit down and start breaking some rules. Check out that moon. That is you probably can't see it too well on a GoPro, but that is a gorgeous crescent moon. I will say I am getting a sort of bad vibe feeling out here. I'm sure you hear this a lot from other paranormal YouTubers, but something feels wrong out here. I feel like I'm not welcome. I guess I am out here purposely breaking supernatural rules. Yeah, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. Something about the Appalachian woods when the leaves start falling. The woods around here just look so ominous and creepy and uninviting. It's like whatever is out here does not want you in here. Here we are, right here. I'm gonna try to not talk very much on the walk up here, and I'm not gonna put any type of like ambient music. I want y'all to hear the sounds of the forest. So I'm gonna turn up the volume here really loud to see if you guys can hear something that I can't. Here we go. feed, sawdust, something or other. Weird. We're just gonna keep heading up into this hill, this mountain, see where it takes us. Once we reach the top, like I said, I'm gonna set my pack down and then just see what happens. Look at this gnarled, creepy ass looking tree. This forest is daunting to say the least. Did I just see something move? I think it's just my eyes playing tricks on me. We're almost to the top of the hill, I think. Oh, man. That incline. It's getting the best of me here. All right, this place looks pretty secluded. We're a decent bit away from the cabin. This is as fine place as any. Okay, got the night vision camera going here. This place is terrifying at night. I will tell y'all what. So far, I have not seen anything out of the ordinary. I haven't even seen an animal. Right now I'm just kind of sweeping the area with the IR. If there are any animals or creatures, the IR will make their eyes glow. But right now, I see no signs of animals, cryptids, or whatever else in the vicinity. Yeah, there ain't nothing right now.
My name is Luke, and I ain't afraid of you. I'm calling you out. You want to come say hello? I'm right here. Wendigo. 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 Skinwalker. Skinwalker. Come out, you antlered bastard. I ain't afraid of you. I got the Lord on my side, son. Come say something to dear old Appalachia. If you ain't a wuss. Was sent this spirit box by a subscriber of mine. So this will be my first time using it. I honestly don't know how to use it that well. Kind of new to all this, but maybe there's some spiritual energies here I can talk to.
Pay for a vacation later.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Do you hear that shit? Those are coyotes. They are very, very close. Let's go try to see if we can catch them on camera or on the night vision camera. What got them hooting and hollering last time is the spirit box. Maybe if I run it again, I'll get them to start up again. Let's try that. What the actual hell? I think it's about time I head back to the cabin. What the actual hell was that? The spirit box was working fine just a minute ago, getting regular radio signals. Is that normal? I'm sure there's some much more experienced paranormal investigators who have used spirit boxes frequently. Is that normal? For it to make that god-awful sounds? That has set my nerves right on edge. I don't like it. That mixed with those coyotes over yonder, I am more than a little on edge. I think I'm going to continue this investigation in the safety of the cabin. I feel a very, very unwelcoming. All right, let's get back inside my cabin. I'm sure my wife is worried about me.
Oh, hi. Boom.
When he walked into the forest alone, fear settled over him immediately. Calling into the darkness brought a sudden answer, with coyotes bursting out from multiple directions. As the spirit box snapped with rough, warped sounds, the feeling changed from strange to threatening. He headed back. At the cabin, his wife heard scratching against the walls and something dragging outside. By morning, he admitted Appalachia was not the horror TikTok described, but the woods had clearly answered. Some viewers blamed instinct and animals. Others thought breaking the rules only exposed whatever listens after dark. If the rules are fake, why did things intensify the moment he challenged them? What started as an organized investigation soon became a tense overnight encounter inside the abandoned estate, where darkness and isolation created the same pressure as being lost deep in the woods. The Nerve Paranormal is a YouTube channel known for intense paranormal investigations in deserted buildings, where Tim and Dennis use experimental tools and overnight sessions to record possible supernatural activity. On August 14, 2022, the two investigators returned to the Oaks estate, hoping to document the strange disturbances said to affect the property for years.
Мы последний раз внизу связывались.
Давай тогда разместимся где-нибудь сейчас. Ты ее не ложил-то?
Нет еще. Не было. Блин, ты рукой показал, увидел я его и вообще.
Его не было в прошлый раз.
Не, есть возможность, что приезжал кто-то еще. Страшно так прямо на заходе.
Да, именно типа, знаешь, встречает нас.
Да.
Реально жутко, мы даже мурашки побежали.
Да, ты мне показал, знаешь, я и, когда поворачиваешь голову, и на тебя это лицо как бы. Это очень страшно.
Almost right away, something unusual drew their attention. When a flashlight beam exposed an old teddy bear sitting on the staircase, its faded cloth covered in dust. The find made the building feel more unsettling, since objects like this in abandoned places always raise questions about who left them behind and when.
Решили применить наш новый спиритбокс, дабы вывели она с нами на связь. И также мы применим крышку фотоаппарата. В общем, если все это у нас не получится, мы будем применять наш свисток смерти. Пробуем?
Давай. Так, я свет сделаю поменьше.
They began trying to communicate through the spirit box, a device that scans radio signals, in hopes that an unseen presence may form words through the noise. At first, nothing in the room answered. Then, a sudden burst of warped sound came from the device, loud enough to make both men stop. Unsure whether it was only static or a response, they continued the session hoping clearer contact would follow.
На стуле так не стояли?
Нет.
Что это было, блин? Ох, что нам делать?
As the session went on, something in the room changed. Chairs around the area began shifting slightly, scraping softly across the floor as if pushed by something unseen. Tim and Dennis stayed frozen, watching the objects as the tension increased.
А? Надо уходить, блин.
Вырубаем?
Давай, давай, давай.
Then, the mood turned violent without warning. A sudden force hit the table in front of them, making it crack and collapse with a heavy sound. The impact echoed through the room and sent both investigators stumbling back in shock.
Смотри. Валь. Возьми камеру. Главное, сильно не перекладывай.
When they tried to leave, the building seemed to react. Doors slammed open and shut through the halls, making it harder to understand which way led outside. The chaos kept them trapped longer than expected and forced them to rethink their escape. With few choices left, they moved toward the stairs leading to the roof, hoping there might be another way out.
В принципе, он нам вреда никакого не приносит, физического. Только пугает. Но заставляет.
На это?
Да.
На посмотрите?
Да.
Слушай, а мы его тут...
Мы тебя не боимся.
On the rooftop, they saw the drop was too dangerous. Panic started rising as the situation became more serious. Instead of making a reckless move, they went back inside and searched carefully for another exit. When Tim and Dennis finally left the property, the manor returned to silence. Whether these events came from environmental causes or something harder to explain remains unclear. If something reacted to your presence, then precisely would you stay to understand it or leave before it became worse?